Good morning, children. Today our topic is human eye and colorful world. In the previous chapter, we have studied about the refraction of light by lenses. The human eye works on the refraction of light through a natural convex lens made by transparent living material and enables us to see the things around us. That is nothing but our eye, children. Our eye is the important optical instrument gifted to us by the God. Without eye, all other optical instruments would have no value at all. Without eye, we can't see any other object. Correct, children? So, in today's class, we will study the structure of human eye and working of human eye. First, we are talking about least distance of distinct vision. Distinct is nothing but, children, different. Vision is nothing but seeing power. Correct? So are we able to see all the objects in front of our eyes? Suppose if you keep the eye in front of you here at a distance, we are able to read the sentences. If you keep near to our eyes, it blurs, correct? We are unable to see the objects. That means at certain distance you are able to see the objects. Suppose measure this distance. Suppose this distance is 35 centimeter. For me it is 40 centimeter. Tell your friend it may be 25 centimeter or 30 centimeter. So for different persons, the seeing power, when we keep the book in front of our eyes, the distance is different. That is nothing but distance. When we take the average of all these distances, we will get as 25 centimeter. That is nothing but least distance of distinct vision. That means the distance at which a person can see an object comfortably and distinctly is called least distance of distinct vision, which is nothing but, for a healthy person, it is 25 centimeter. Are you getting my point, children? From where we are able to see the object clearly without any strain. If you keep the object near your eyes, the letters are blur and you will get strain in your eyes, correct? You will get some little kind of pain in your eyes and you are unable to see the letters clearly. Slowly, if you keep backward, you are able to see the letters clearly. That distance for different person, it is different distance. Suppose it is 30 centimeter. For you it is 30 centimeter. For your friend it is 27 centimeter. For me it is suppose 30 centimeter. So every person will get different distance. From there they are able to see the object clearly, comfortably, and they can read the letters clearly. Clear, children? That is nothing but least distance of distinct vision. It will differ from person to person according to their age. Are you getting my point, children? So suppose young age, below 10 years, you can see that eye muscles are strong and flexible. Easily they can change. That means for children below 10 years, if they keep the book near the eye also, they are able to see the letters clearly. They are able to see the object clearly. That is nothing but 7 to 8 centimeter. So at young age, easily they can see the objects if they keep the objects at a distance of 7 to 8 centimeter. Are you getting my point, children? So for young age, the least distance of distinct vision is 7 to 8 centimeter. Similarly, in old age, where the muscles become weak, they will get more strain if they keep the object near to the eye. So they will keep very far the objects, then only they are able to read the letters. Maybe you observe your grandparents, they keep the book or object very far and they are able to see the objects. That is nothing but 1 to 2 meter, or you can say even more distance they will keep. Are you getting my point, children? So in old age, the muscles cannot sustain more strain. That means they cannot get more pain. If they keep the objects very far, that is 1 to 2 meter distance, they are able to see the object clearly. Are you getting my point, children? Now the next thing is that, suppose you take any object or you take one stick. You want to see the sticks. So this is your eye. You want to see, you are seeing only till here part. You are not able to see the up and down part, top and lower part, correct? But if you move little bit forward, now you are able to see this, correct? You are able to see the top and bottom of the objects. When you are seeing, see here, you are making one angle. Are you making? See here, children, we are making one angle. Here also, for some people they can't see, so they are moving back and they are able to see the complete object, that means top and bottom of the objects. Here we are making one angle, that is nothing but angle of vision. Are you getting my point, children? This is called as angle of vision, from where we are able to see the complete object, that means top and bottom of the objects we are able to see. That is called angle of vision. Let's see. The maximum angle at which a person is able to see the whole objects is called angle of vision. This also for the angle of vision for a healthy person is 60 degree. This also differ from person to person according to age. When the least distance is different for according to the age, similarly angle of vision also it will be different for according to the age and according to the person. Clear, children? Angle of vision and all such things. Next thing is structure of human eye. Here I am showing you how the eye work in a to see the light and to see the object. What is the function of eye in our body? See, this here different parts are there. This color part is nothing but iris. This white part are you observing? That is nothing but lens. And here you are observing corner, it's like a layer. It is a transparent material called cornea, and one muscles are attached to the lens, that is nothing but ciliary muscles. And this black hole, are you observing, children? That black hole in our eye, that is nothing but it is called pupil. And if you move backward, you find this layer. Are you observing this? This is retina, and it is optic nerve which is attached to the brain. Let's see how does it work. As you know, the human eye is one of the most important sense organ which enables us to see the objects and color around us. The eyeball is in nearly spherical in shape. Are you observing? It is in sphere shape. Clear? The front portion is more sharply, see this front portion, it is more sharp. Are you observing? And is covered by a transparent protective membrane which is called cornea. See, this transparent material is called cornea which protect the eye lens. Clear? You can easily see from outside also. Behind that cornea, behind that cornea there is a place filled with liquid which is called as aqueous humor. That is nothing but your tears only, children, which contain in that water salt also there. Clear? And behind this crystalline lens which is responsible for image formation, behind this cornea you find a lens which is responsible for image formation. Between this aqueous humor and lens, a muscular diaphragm is there, children, which is called iris. See this, in between this what we say aqueous liquid here is there and lens is there. In between that we are observing one color part, that is nothing but iris. And you are observing a small hole, black color hole, that is nothing but pupil. Clear, children? Iris is the color part that we see in our eye. Are you observing? It is a color part, that is iris, and it is a black hole, that is nothing but pupil. The pupil appears black. Why do you think that, children, it is appear in black? Because any light falling it goes into the eye and there is almost no chance of light coming back to the outside. When light enters through this hole, the light will not come out. That's why it looks like a black color. Clear, children? Iris helps in controlling the amount of light entering the eye through pupil. Through the pupil, light is entering. Here, iris will control how much light should enter in the eye and how, if excess light is there, it contract the eyes, and if less low light is there, it's expand the hole. Am I clear, children? In this, the lens is a hard in the middle. See, this lens is hard in middle and gradually becomes soft towards the outer edge. When you see in middle, it is hard. When you move to the outer edge, it is very soft. Clear, children? The light that enters in the eye forms an image on retina. Through whatever light enters through the lens will get image on retina. We will get the image. See, this is the part of retina. Through you will get the image on retina. The distance between the lens and the retina is 2.5 centimeter. That means it is called image distance also, children. See, this is lens and we are getting image on retina. So lens and image, distance between the lens and the image is nothing but image distance. So here retina is the, we are getting image on retina. So distance between lens and retina is 2.5 centimeter. That means wherever you keep the object, whether it is near or far, image distance is fixed. That is nothing but 2.5 centimeter. Clear, children? this distance is fixed. And now you see the ciliary muscles to which eye lens is attached. These eye lens are attached here. That is nothing but this is called ciliary muscles. This ciliary muscles helps the eye lens to change its focal length by changing the radii of curvature of the eye lens. When we want to see the object whether it is far or near, the image will get on retina only, just now I said. So these ciliary muscles will help the eye lens to adjust the focal length. After adjusting the focal length only, the object's image will form on retina. So these things ciliary muscles will do. Am I clear, children? Now this adjustment process is called accommodation. This adjustment process is called accommodation, where ciliary muscles are adjusting the focal length of the lens to get the image on retina. That is called accommodation. Clear, children? The eye lens form a real inverted image of an object on retina. Image will be real and inverted. Now the question will come that if we are getting inverted image on retina, how we are able to see the erected image, virtual image? That is the work of brain. When we are getting image on retina, inverted image, brain will make it erected and virtual image. Clear, children? The retina is a delicate membrane which contains 125 receptors called rods and cones, which receive the light signals. When light enters through the lens, so this retina contains 125 million receptors. Are you getting my point, children? These receptors are called cones and rods. Clear? Cones will identify the color of the objects and rods will identify the intensity of light. That means how much light should enter and how much light is there and how to increase the light, and all such things rods will identify. Clear, children? These signals are transmitted to the brain through 1 million optic nerves. Through the optic nerves, thus all signals brain will receive. Clear, children? The brain interprets these signals and finally processes the information so that we perceive the object in terms of its shape, size and colors. Clear, children? How does a human eye work? If we know this, then only later topic we can understand easily. Clear? So today's your homework is read chapter 5, page number 81, 82 and 83. Do the activity 1 and 2. Clear?